Hello everyone, Chad Erickson with Advice Media. Today we're talking about principle number one of creating the ultimate internet presence and really helping you with what I call digital marketing 101. It's establishing that foundation for what is going to help you and your practice really grow and for you to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. Well, that first step is that you need a great website. Websites over the past several years have evolved. I've been in marketing since the late 90s, helping doctors to really optimize their practices online. And I've seen the evolution of websites during that time to the point now where websites have become a bit of a commodity. That being said, it's still important that you have a great website, one that's going to help you achieve your goals. Recently, I was at a conference. And at this conference, and all of you have been at conferences, you know how this works. You're walking up and down the aisles, you're talking to the vendors, some are grabbing you don't want to talk to. We know how that goes. But at this particular conference, I was speaking with a doctor that had come by and kind of hit it off. We were talking about his practice and the things that he was doing. Well, he's a facial plastic surgeon. And as he began to tell me about his practice, he said, Chad, I'm the best plastic surgeon in my town. I get the best results. I'm the best at doing injectables as well. He said, I redo a lot of people's work. My volume is higher than anybody else's. I know that because my reps tell me that. Great. And by the way, that didn't bother me. I'd actually rather have someone tell me that they're the best than say, well, I'm okay, or I get okay results. That's not what we're looking for, right? We're looking for the best. So I said, okay, great. Well, where are you hurting right now? Or what are you looking for? And he said, well, I have a lot of openings on my schedule. I'd still like to fill those in. I feel like there's some opportunities. We then went through a lot of his marketing that he was doing at that time. And I'd ask him a lot of questions and how that was going and how he was tracking it. And after some time doing that, I said, well, let's pull up your website. Let's take a look at that and as really a starting point here. And we pulled it up. And within a few seconds, I looked at him and I said, Doc, I know what one of your biggest problems is. And he said, what? I'm like, well, you just got done telling me that you're the best, that you get the best results, you do better than anybody else. I've been on your website less than just a few seconds, and your website just told me that you are mediocre. Now let that sit in. He was completely off guard, right? I've now put him on his heels. He's like, what do you mean? I'm sure that no one's talked to him like that, right? Ever. And I said, look, I'm not trying to offend you. I said, but your website doesn't say you're the best. Your website says that you get mediocre results, that you haven't kept up with your training, you're outdated, you're really not current and modern in what you're doing. I'm like, do you use rusty needles? I had to kind of break the tension there a little bit. And he's like, okay, I understand your point. And he looked at it, he's like, I get it. It makes sense. As he started to really take the defensiveness out of it and really be honest with himself, he could see, okay, from the patient perspective, because it is their journey, what message am I conveying? And that's the same message that you need to be thinking about is what message are you really conveying? Are you giving a message of confidence, of modernization, of cutting edge in everything you're doing? Or are you giving a different signal that says to a prospective patient, I'm not so sure. Maybe I'll come here, but maybe I'll look somewhere else. Your whole goal and purpose should not be to give anybody any reason to doubt why you are great and why they should come to you. So that's really the initial step of that, is having a great website. As I mentioned, websites are a bit of a commodity today, and so you need to still have a great website. But I want to show you as we go through this how impactful this can be and really further illustrate this at this point. So we're going to do this through a little experiment. I know that we're not here together, but you're going to still do this with me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 6 websites up here on the screen. And in a matter of seconds, you are going to say to yourself, which one would you go to based on what you see? Recognizing that each and every one of us makes judgments immediately. In fact, science says that our brain will actually make a judgment before our conscious mind can catch up to it. So I'm going to put these 6 websites up here on the screen, and I want you to say, which one would you go to? You ready? Here we go. Where would you go? Which of these would you want to call up first? It's number 5. I know that because I've done this a lot. I've seen this. Ironically, every one of those sites that was on there actually shows up on page 1 of the Google search results. So it doesn't necessarily impact the rankings if you've got some good things there, depending on your market. But what does change is the level of conversion. Okay, we're going to talk about both of these aspects of patient generation and patient conversion. But you think about this, and you look at example number 1. There's this needle coming in. Well, okay, but what people really want is the end benefit. They're not looking for the pain, they're looking for the result. Secondly is this massive thing of product on there. You can sell product. It's actually a great idea. Many of you have private labels of things that you offer. Fantastic, you should do that. But why would you lead with that as your main image? Not the best idea. The third one, let's be honest, it's just a hot mess. It's outdated, it's super boxy. Again, you've got a needle coming in, that's your main image that you really want to portray to somebody. And then, listen, I know that you're super proud of that laser you purchased. You want to show it off because it's as fancy as that Porsche in your garage, right? Well, guess what? Nobody cares that you spend $100,000 to $200,000 on this amazing laser. And I'm not trying to knock the lasers or their technology or what they do. They do amazing things. I've seen it. The patient doesn't care about the brand. They care about the result. They care about the benefit that you provide for them. I'm not saying you shouldn't have the laser on there, but maybe further down, or maybe on a secondary page, but you don't want to necessarily lead with it. The fourth one, again, it's a hot mess. It just looks like somebody in kindergarten put it together. The sixth one, I pull it up and it's missing a main image. So your homework right now is to pause this and then look at your own website on your phone and on your desktop and think about it from the patient perspective. What are they seeing? What's going to stand out to them and what's going to help them? Okay. Now, when we think about this one here, right, we're looking at this other site. It's beautiful. It's attractive. It captures my attention. It gives me a reason to say, I want to read more. I want to do more. I'm ready to take an action. That's the type of emotion you have to do. You have to remember that people buy on emotion and they're going to look at that. All right. So what is the purpose of your website? If we really boil it down to its very, 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 the bones of everything you do. Some of you are saying, well, it's to show my credentials. It's to educate people. It's to help them know where my office is located. All true, but the most important thing is it's there to help you make money. It's there to help you get more patients coming into your practice. You do that through two things, patient generation and patient conversion. All of your external efforts that drives traffic to your website is that patient generation. Once they land on your website, what will that journey be like? Again, does it say that you're the best? Does it give people that feeling of comfort where you're literally putting a warm blanket around them where they feel like, wow, I'm home, this feels right, and now you can convert them. Where's your phone number? Does it have a call to action? Does it say call now, call today? Do you have contact forms on every single page that are easy to find? Do you have a way for people to sign up for a newsletter? What about a chat feature where they can chat with you or text? All of those are critical to your success today. What I find is that while websites have become commoditized, and there are other services out there for do-it-yourself like Squarespace and Wix, not bad, but they don't understand medical websites. They don't understand legal websites. If you're looking to have an expert do it, you need to go with an expert. So don't sell yourself short just because websites have become a commodity. Remember that this truly is the foundation of everything that you are doing. Your website is your universe. It serves as a referral confirmation, which is your phone number and your address and your name on there. It has to look modern. It has to look and say, I'm the best. Wow. It also has to be mobile responsive. You have to think about the mobile usage first, critical in today's world. And it has to give a comfort, a sense of confidence. It needs to be instilled within your future patients and clients. Those are some of the basics of the websites. We're going to be covering steps 2 through 7 on the rest of our series. We look forward to going through this journey with you through Digital Marketing 101. Thank you for your time today. We will talk to you soon.